My fellow Americans and friends around the world, today I want to talk about a sport that has captured the hearts of many. Professional darts. In recent times, it seems that this noble game has faced divisions, much like the challenges we've confronted in our own history. But just as we have always risen above our differences, so too can the world of darts. It's up to the new leaders and emerging talents in this sport to step forward, bridge the gaps, and guide us all towards unity. And may the best players win.
Well, bada bing, bada boom, here we go, everybody. I am Nick Teixeira, joined by Mean Sean Green over here for a great matchup in front of us. We got Christian Broussard and Nick Yeast on the main stage tonight. And Sean, I'm excited to be calling this one with you.
I was very excited until this started. Hey, listen, I just want to introduce my co-commentator tonight, American Martin Schindler. It's good to see you.
That's fair. Was that the bad news?
It's the comb over. Yeah, it's the comb over. That does it for sure. Also, your facial structure. So Nick Yeast taking on Christian Broussard. Listen, I prefaced this when I shared the post, right? If you're looking for 9 marks tonight, they have 65 between the two of them. If you're looking for averages, they are in the top 6 in averages for Division II, including the top average. If you're looking for storylines, they both lost in the first round, and I've rattled off 4 wins straight just to get to this point. Loser walks away with $200. They get double their money. Winner is guaranteed at least $400. So it's a huge jump in pay, too. That's a lot of reasons to be watching along tonight, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot in line here. On top of the fact that one of the biggest points you mentioned, with them losing in the first round to go on this run, both these guys are kind of having a little bit of a Cinderella story. And, you know, we look at Nick Yeast, and every time he's been a participant in the CSC, we're always expecting him to get good results. Christian Broussard kind of been the journeyman of the CSC. And I'm curious to see who really comes out on top tonight. The stats favor one way, but of course the spirits favor another.
Yeah, I mean, think about this stat right here. There's the top 4 in winning percentage. Okay. Number 2 and number 3 are John Huseman and Porky, who are playing in the King Seat match next week. Number 1 is Nick Yeast, and number 4 is Christian Broussard. So they also both have a very high win percentage in legs 1, and they still lost in the first round and have rattled off to this point since then. It almost is like whoever wins tonight, like, is going to go to the finals of Division II. Like, that's how I kind of feel about this match. It is setting up to be that type of display.
Yeah, it's imperative to see who wins this one tonight. I feel like it will have a ripple effect throughout the rest of Division II. And let's go ahead and meet our players here. Take a look as we're starting off with this fine candidate right here. Who do we got, Sean?
Yeah, this is Nick Yeast, Galesburg, Illinois, playing at the shot spot tonight. Lost in the first round to Jonathan Long, who averaged a 5.16, if I'm not mistaken, there in the first week. But he's nicknamed the Beast because he used to be an MMA fighter, which is pretty awesome. Vendor is Excel Entertainment. We had the pleasure of interviewing that fine gentleman at Bullshooter a couple weeks ago. Shot Spot Pub, like I said, where he's playing from 15 plus years, and that average of 5.02 coming into tonight. 72.3% win rate, which is number 1 overall for both of those stats. He's throwing those super darts. Lisa Yee, which, listen, you can't have bad luck throwing Lisa Yee darts. He has 35 9 marks with 2 white horses, 103 7 marks, and 79 5 marks in only 60 games played.
Yeah, very efficient in his performance. I mean, having, we're in week 6. If you're having a 70+% win rate, he's the only one that has a 70+% win rate. It shows that you're not only winning, but you're dominating week in and week out. And when you're on the one and done side of the bracket where it's do or die, it is so hard to be able to channel that level of performance without feeling a little bit of those nerves. And yet he has shown no kinks in the armor yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a great display, man. But his opponent is going to give him a tough test. Tell us a little bit about Christian Broussard.
Yeah, he's going to be known as the Saint, Christian the Saint, playing for Western Washington Dart League's WWDL out of all seasons where we saw John Huesman play. And then 6 years into playing right now, 4.63 MPR, 60.8% win rate, and he's throwing the accurate Dart X-Fire 20 gram.
Yeah, he also has 26 9 marks with 2 white horses, 92 7 marks, and 127 5 marks in 69 games played.
Yeah, this should be a very interesting matchup. I mean, again, you look at the paper, you think, okay, right now Christian's trying to have to play up a little bit here with how well Nick has been throwing. But, I mean, he's not really going to be afraid of the challenge. I don't think either of these guys are afraid of any of these challenges as they're ready to give us a show tonight, Sean.
Yeah, let's grab your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen, and sit back and relax. This one's going to be a good time. Nick Yeast beat Daryl Cortez in the last round to get to this one. You know how good he is. And Christian Broussard defeated Chrissy Grimmel in the last round to get to this match. So both players coming in hot. Like I said, Nick Yeast, the 5.02. I have him winning this one. I have him winning this 9-4, 9-5. 9-5 scoreline and over under 9 marks. Did you have a number coming into this?
I did not have a number coming into this. I was just so impressed at how Christian threw those darts without even being at the line. That was phenomenal stuff here. It's looks like we're going to be having some internet issues from some of our locations tonight. Currently trying to work on making sure both these feeds are working okay as far as the internet, but the bars are having a little bit of issue with that because they're jam-packed ready to watch these players.
I'm going to say 15.5, 9 marks.
So that's a pretty good guess.
Terry Meyer in there saying shot spot is Dustin Holt's old stomping grounds. I like it. Will Stewart says, you guys missed me yet? Just the internet.
Yeah, looks like the bar internet is going to be a little tricky tonight, but we'll go ahead and do our best to make sure we get that up and going here. So if I'm a little quiet, just know it's because I'm slacking off and not doing my job.
AKA he's freaking out.
Is this my freaking out voice, Sean?
No, but it's because you're just fooling us. Again, you're going to see a huge lag. But just look at the bottom screen. Just look at the player cam board. That'll work out perfectly.
Oh, man. Well, let's go ahead and while we're trying to get everything settled in here with the cameras, is of course, it doesn't matter if you check it at any point in the day. As soon as you go live, everything hits the fan here. But, I mean, looking at this, right, Steve Hilger and you look at Steve Hilger and John Huesman, they're going to be tough opponents. They're going to be tough competitors, and whoever wins the king seat is going to be favored to win the event. But in the same vein, either one of these guys, and really any of the remaining players, what I love about D2 is anybody has a chance to double dip. We've seen it before.
We've seen it a few times in the past. And again, someone like Nick Yeast, someone like Christian Broussard, has a really good chance of doing that. Those averages just really attest to it. I don't know how else to put it. As we get our first, boom goes the dynamite from Nick Yeast. And we promise, guys, we're trying to get everything fixed camera-wise and all that. The people that are panicking the most is the person that I'm staring at, and that's Nick Durachi DeShera. But we'll get it figured out. And if not, hey, it was a good try. The winner tonight, again, guaranteed at least $400. The loser, $200 is what they're walking away with. If you've never watched before, let's go over the rules and specific format for the CSC Challenger Series. It is a double elimination style tournament. Both of these players are on the loser side of the bracket. The players will play a race to 9, best of 17 legs, all cricket with a cork or 3-dart count up to start the match. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that, and if either player is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go first until the deficit is reduced to 2 legs. That's the PPD player advantage rule. And if we go the distance and we go for speed, the players will cork for start in that last leg decider. Again, both gentlemen lost in the first round and have rolled back to this point. Nick's even disappointing his dad again.
Wouldn't be the first time this week, probably.
This week, 24 hours. Nick taking control of this leg, 5.33 average. And this is with Christian not throwing poorly. Doing another triple. Does not get that. So Yeast can close the 16s. Can go back to point if he wants to on the 18s. There goes the 16s. Goes back to point on the 18. And stays there. Big treble. Brian Williamson says, what about that TOC and the hair over a week, baby? Yeah, it's getting close. Getting excited. Excited to see what color hair Nick's going to have.
Take a guess in chat, guys.
Ooh, Yeast misses on the 15, so this is a big opportunity for Christian Broussard. And shout out, John Huseman is at the bar cheering on Christian. Can rip. Y'all, old school radio announcing. Well, that's what I'm here for. You can also just look at the bottom of the screen. That's all I'm looking at. Nick Yeast, only 2 bowls, but big moment here for Christian Broussard. He's going at the bowls. Un mas. Oh, no. He does get it done. Christian Broussard wins leg number 1. 1-0 scoreline in favor of Christian.
Guys, welcome to the most scuffed stream in CSC history since like
this
season
is impressively
1.
Bad.
And I want you guys to know
the worst.
What you're not seeing on the other side is that the other bar is also having massive internet issues. It is actually incredible because normally when I'm checking the cameras during the day, there's not too many people at the bars. You know, nighttime is bar time. This is incredible.
Yeah. I'm going to guess that Shot Spot is a little bit more in sync right now than all seasons. But we're just going to chalk this one up to the hurricane, even though it's not even going to probably hit Nick's area anymore. That being said, still its fault.
Yeah, this is incredible. Hashtag bring back Will Stewart, everybody.
Ooh, great darts there from Nick. He's off and rolling in this leg. If Christian's going to win the match tonight, he's going to have to win legs like he did with leg number 1, where he kind of steals it at the last second, hits 3 bowls when you need to hit 3 bowls, and just play it nice and safe. And my goodness, Nick Yeast has quite the kick next to him. I'm hoping this camera gets fixed because that is a sight to see. Big 8 mark from Nick Yeast. I'm talking no one stands within a 5-foot radius of this dart player with the horse kick that comes out there. JB Wheels is asking, I'm guessing this is just bad streaming. That's a weird way to go about putting it. It's bad internet is what it is at the location. We're trying our best. I mean, you can call it bad streaming.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong in a technical sense. I would not chalk this up to our best looking feed yet, but we're trying our best over here to get things adjusted.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah,
Nick. Isaac wants to know if you can resync the cameras, please. They're a little bit off.
Dude, I was just thinking I should try that. No, that's great. No, we appreciate it, guys, because honestly, what the chat is saying is that they're just excited to see these guys, right? I mean, that's really what this is about, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, guys, we're trying our best here. Big double from Nick Yeast does take out leg number 2. So 1-1 scoreline. I'm doing what everyone else should be doing, and that's just watching the player screen right now, or the board screen. And just that's going to be the live view. Everything else is well behind. But we're getting there. We're figuring it out. We're trying our best.
Yeah, guys, just make sure. Can everyone make sure that Carly and Kayla are not tuning in? Can no one tag them in the comments?
Yeah. In fact, can everyone just block them from the stream? Jonathan Long, good. I'm glad that you can only listen because that's going to be the best case scenario here. Christian Broussard starts off with 4 20s. So Yeast going to look down to the 19s. There's 4 of those. 20 playing 19. Christian stepping back up.
All right, we're gonna try to. You can see these cameras are still terribly out of sync right now. We're trying our best. This is the look at the shot spot pub. I promise you guys from the bottom of my heart that these cameras, they look fine up until it's time to get going, and then the bar fills up. Everyone gets on the Wi-Fi and starts arguing with us a little bit here. But we're going. Oh, Stephen Clark says turn it off and turn it back on. You're right.
That's typically my go-to on how to fix technology. Yeah, this is something.
It's funny that it's both bars though, right? Like the fact that like I was like, oh well, one side's struggling here. I noticed right before the show started that ShotSpot's internet was being a little shot spotty. And you know what? I was like, that's fine. All seasons is usually
Boom
good.
Goes the dynamite. Boom goes the dynamite, Nick Yeast.
Guys, welcome to the biggest show in soft tip darts.
Listen. Here's the cool thing is that every week we talk about how awesome it is that we have the technology that we have where Nick can be in Davenport, Florida. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. We have players playing from Illinois against a player from Washington State. And the fact that we have that ability technology-wise to do that is amazing until it stops working.
Can we also just say how incredible it is that it's been like, I mean, you and I can definitely recall in the early seasons, we used to struggle a lot.
Yeah, but this is the worst we've ever had it.
That is true. Way to spin it.
Boom goes the dynamite, Christian Broussard. As I mean, listen, such a good match too. This is unfortunate. Is really, I think, the main thing that I think everyone is going to take away from this, and including us.
That's why I'm gonna quit yapping and continue to work in the background here.
Yep. Stefan, I apologize, my friend. I know you stayed up just specifically for the CSC Challenger Series, and I appreciate that. I wish that we could do something more. But unfortunately, that we're not even in the same states as these cameras. So we're lucky we're in the same countries as these cameras, honestly. So I don't know if this is going to be something that's going to be a quick fix or a fix. We'll see what happens.
I'm busting out all the stops in the background here, folks.
All right, we're going to do a new over-under. How many people comment asking us to fix the cameras?
Hopefully all
Boom
of
goes
them.
the dynamite.
They all
all of them
have
should.
the rights.
Jeff says make them start over. I don't think either of them want to do that at this point. I think they'll both take the score line. I think it's Christian's turn. Oh, you only got 2 marks on the 15s, I think.
It's the fact that, and again, it's so unprecedented for both bars' internets to do this at the same time, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. This is phenomenal, guys. Some of the best work I think I put out, and really excited just to show how much I've grown as a producer. You know, as a broadcaster in general, I feel like I've learned a lot these last 3 years. Like, doesn't matter what you learn, the internet doesn't work.
Man, this is guys, we hate to do that. Like, this is real bad. Like, not viewable bad.
Guys,
Nick,
do you guys just want me to cue in the clip of of you and I playing our best of 5?
no. No, we don't want to do that. Sure. I don't care. Anything's better than this.
I'm trying, Sean.
I'd even rather Will be back.
That says a lot.
Jason Rudolph with the best one, waiting for them to lap each other. That's actually a great comment. Yeah, just consider this like NASCAR. We're at Bristol.
All right. I got background fix. I'm still trying one more thing here, guys. So in the meantime, enjoy Sean Green's banter. Chat, give Sean some stuff to talk about.
That's okay. I don't need anything from you folk. So
I don't need nothing from you guys.
First things first. Even though they probably don't want to be associated right now, this stream is sponsored by A2ZDarts.com. And all September long, A to Z Darts is featuring the Harrow's Toro Dart of the Month. You can earn $15 off all Harrow Toro darts and get a free pack of flights. Plus, you'll get added to their raffle to win a set of Harrow's Black Knight steel tip 21-gram darts when you purchase the Dart of the Month. The giveaway ends October 1st. Good luck to everyone. The new Target launches here with a ton of new products, including the K-Flex colors. That's right, the K-Flex colors. Shot has also debuted 3 new barrel ranges. Purchase a new Shot launch dart and get a free flight deck while supplies last. For more dart launches, check out the Colonial launch. That's the Will Stewart darts and the Jen Mounts darts. And the Winmore US player launch. But seriously, that Target launch, guys, if you want to spend $200 on a set of darts, you can also get the Luke Littler beautiful darts or the RVBs that just came out that are also gorgeous. If only they didn't look so pretty, Nick. If only they didn't look so pretty.
I get that a lot.
No, not you look so pretty. They. And guys, you can enter tonight's live stream giveaway raffle because that might be the best thing to happen here. Tonight's raffle winner will receive a $15 gift certificate to A2ZDarts.com. Best of luck to all of our live stream viewers. Again, just leave a comment in our chat, hit that like button on our Facebook page. Let us know how much you want us to change these cameras, and you can get your chance to win.
This is certainly a dart match, guys.
We think something's going on. Rob, I appreciate that, bud. Ronnie goes, is the raffle delayed too? That's going to be done at the end of the stream. So yes, it is. But I mean,
not by technicality.
That was a really funny comment, though. I really meant the ha ha ha. I didn't mean it to come off that way. Nick Yeast ties it up again. 2-2 score line is actually the score. We can at least get you the right score line, potentially.
Yeah, there we go. We're crushing it now.
Jacob Battlefinger saying, yes, it's packed here. Talking about Shot Spot. I knew I saw that good-looking gentleman in the background. I knew that was Jake Battlefinger. He's a gentleman in the black shirt sitting back there. You saw Nick Yeast go, slap hands, slap hands. And now he's shaking that person's hand and saying, wow, great darts. Yeah, congratulations. Yep. I'm Nick Yeast. I'm playing online right now, but I am glitching. Oh, that's cool. My name's Steve. All right. See you later. That's what just happened there. Guys, if you want to enter in for your chance to get in the CSC Challenger Series, all you got to do is go to dartstoc.com and check out that map. That map will show any location of G3 boards within the PPD system. They're always accepting new members, so if you're not seeing anything in your area, just have your vendor contact them on the website. From there, you can sign up for leagues on the website. It doesn't take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. Consistently playing one league a week will keep a player eligible for this event in the future. Again, just go to dartstoc.com to get signed up today.
Okay.
Highly doubtful, but we'll see what works. And let's take a look at this chat. Guys, cannot tell you how much we appreciate you guys tuning in with us. It means the world, even though all of this craziness is going on. We can't tell you how much we appreciate it. The good news, we've gotten the delay to about 15 seconds back now. So we're getting 1% better. So it might be synced up by the end of this bad boy. We'll see. Stefan, there's not the CSC in Europe. But there's definitely dartboards there, which means that there's vendors there, which means you might be able to get involved. Stephen Clark. Go ahead. Oh, okay. That's awkward now. Well, this is one way to get everyone looking forward to the interview section of the match. Oh, I love it. Caleb Wheeler says, I've waited so long to watch Nick on stream. And you're breaking his heart. Technically, you can see him on the screen. Maybe he's throwing darts. Maybe it's Phantom. Guys, just like you, we have no idea what's happening here. But something is happening here. We believe there's darts flying into dartboards, but we're not sure. The Facebook stream is also not fine to watch, John, if you've lasted this long. Jason, he is working on the camera issues. I could see an actual camera view of him fully, and he is frantically trying to figure this out. Now he's actually just gone to playing games on his device, though, so I think he gave up. Oh, he hit the wrong button, and now he's hit the wrong button again. And now everything's just loading. This is getting worse. This is not getting better. John, you're good. Don't apologize. We appreciated the positivity that you threw in the chat for the first time tonight. Andy Zamora says, what do we need to get our averages to be invited to the CSC? High, Andy. Let me go and see the current breakdown for invitees to Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series. I believe it's a 4.5 something at least, which is just gross, but let me make sure. It was that the last time I checked. Season 8 invitees. Right now, a 4.47 is in Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series. So there you go. And then Division 1 is a 4.73. It was the lowest in that one. To a 6.02. Thanks a lot, Mike Maloney. Right now, Nick Yeast, 2, 4, 6, 8, has the 9th highest average on the invite list for Division 1 next season. If Christian Broussard wins this match, I fully expect him to win the CSC Division 2. And if Nick Yeast wins this match, I fully expect Nick Yeast to win Division 2. And I'm going to be honest, guys, we're over under right now. We might make it to the break before we quit, which is impressive. He said he has 2 out of the 3 cams synced now. I have yet to see it, so we'll see what happens here. Just trust the process, chat. I can't believe there's still 300 of you here. Wait. Guys, I just saw Nick throw darts, and then they landed in the board. That is neat. Unfortunately, now the player board is just well behind. And Nick is muted, hopefully. Otherwise, he would be doing a similar situation that happened before. Boom goes the dynamite, Christian Broussard. This is insane. Chris, a couple. But he's honestly, for this type of stressful situation that I can tell you very much we are both in right now, we've both held this demeanor pretty well. I'm going to be honest with you. We haven't really freaked out too difficultly at this point. Difficulty is not the right word, but you know what I'm saying.
Believe it or not, Chad, I haven't cursed once
on stream. Yeah, Mike Smith, I completely agree. And since this is not your job tonight, you're allowed to dip if you want to. And I don't mean the good type of dip. But just know, when it is perfect in about 1 hour, you bailed early. You're not getting back in. Actually, you can come back. What this really is, guys, is we decided to do magic darts tonight. Do a little appear, disappear. I'm telling you that nice young lady next to Dick Yeast is going to sweep his leg one of these times. One of these times, that leg is going to get swept. This is weird. I have a view within a view situation going on here. But 3-3 scoreline. One more leg to go before the break. And maybe the end of the live stream. We'll definitely play the interviews first, though, so you'll have no idea that we're not coming back. We want to make sure to inform you guys of that. Look at Nick Yeast gets an 8 or 7 mark. I don't know why I said look at him. Listen to this 7 mark from Nick Yeast. Ooh, a 5 from Christian Broussard to follow. But you guys can't see that until now. Now you can. Now I have to shut up for an extra 1.5 seconds. That's never good. Oh, that was more than a second. Sorry about that. Christian Broussard. Alexa closed the 20s there. That's interesting. See what the Beast does. Oh, the Beast doing beastly stuff. That's a big 5 mark from Nick Yeast. Hey, Reagan. Hope you're doing well. Guys, appreciate everybody still staying with me and us. Yeah, no, Troy, it's just you. You had way too much to drink. Boom goes the dynamite. It's not lagging at all, I promise. Actually, guys, if all of you are seeing the lag, you're all just drunk. Except for Reagan. Reagan's internet's just bad. I mean, I hate to blame all of you, but it's definitely not our fault. Boom goes the dynamite again from Christian Broussard. He has so many tonight.
Well, this is about the best we're going to get, which is one fully synced up side now. So you can see it's all actually in sync. I'd use a very, very, very last second maneuver here. So we'll at least be able to finally get one perspective here. And during the break, we'll try to see what we can do for the other perspective. But boy, it only took us 6 legs to get here, baby. Let's go. Maybe 7.
This is almost the end of leg 7. Yeah. I can tell you that it's looked like both of them have played brilliantly.
Well, on the bright side, better late than never. We'll at least be able to get full coverage of the Nick Yeast side, and we'll see what we can do to get Broussard's side taken care of here, as it looks like he is pretty much primed to have the advantage going into the break and throwing pretty strong so far.
And this has not been bad darts from Nick Yeast at all. Christian has just done a great job holding his throw.
But that's tough to do, right? When your opponent has the highest win rate in Division 2 and also on top of that, the highest average, to hold your throw is quite the tall task.
Christian Broussard gets it done, and you're right, buddy. 4-3 score line as we go into our break. Everyone just pray to the dart gods, the stream gods, the Nick and Sean gods that they pray to. The gods that you pray to, and any other gods that you can think of, just go to them too, to make sure that this is still as synced up as it is right now after the break.
Guys, I miss Will Stewart. We'll be right back. We are joined by Vice Presidential candidate Christian Broussard here. And Mr. Broussard, thank you for taking time out of your busy campaign season to talk with us. Where is your campaign headquarters located tonight, and what company is backing you?
So my campaign headquarters are based out of All Season Sports Bar in Tacoma, Washington. And the company backing me would be the Western Washington Dart Leagues.
And, you know, this season started off a little bit rocky, right? You played Gabe Steffen, my pick this year in round 1, and you ended up falling short. And week in, week out, you've been fighting for your tournament life. How has that experience been?
Yeah, so last season, kind of the same thing happened. I lost my first one and then won a couple in the losers bracket. You really just kind of, at least for me, the pressure's kind of a little higher, and sometimes that can help you shoot a little better when you know your back's against the wall and got nothing to lose besides getting knocked out. So it's just either show up or go home, kind of, and that usually can kind of benefit me.
On the other side of the bracket, and you mentioned him already, Johnny Huseman is taking on Steve Hilger in the King Seat match. What are your thoughts and predictions on that debate?
I gotta take my Washington guy. I think it's going to be a close match. I think John's game is a little more explosive than Steve's, maybe. I mean, they're close. The averages are close, but I got to stick with my Washington guy.
And then what are your thoughts on your debate tonight against Nick Yeast, a very tough opponent in his own right?
Yeah, it's going to probably be my toughest match yet. I've won a few matches in a row without kind of pushing a tight score line, so I know this one's going to be tight. He's got the highest average in Division 2. He's putting up kind of a Division 1 average, so I know I'm going to have to be on my game tonight, and I'm excited. I think I know I can do it. I know he can do it too, so we'll have to see what happens.
And that's why we play out all the legs there and see how the match result transpires. Is there anybody you want to thank for their support on your campaign trail this season?
Yeah, I definitely want to give a shout out to my parents. They've done so much to kind of help me play darts and travel around and kind of pursue this, hobby. And got to give a shout out to Melvin Cherry, my dart mentor. Just done so much for my confidence, not just in darts, but kind of in life in general. And then, of course, got to give a shout out to my wife, Marasia. She gives me a lot of time and freedom to chase these goals and dreams I have in this game, and wouldn't be there without any of them.
Well, tonight is set to be a thrilling debate here on our main stage in Division 2. And Christian, we can wish you nothing but the best of luck.
I am Christian Broussard, and I approve this message.
That's a good way to start. Big 180. Jen and I will be having a little competition based on our signature barrels here. So just a reminder, definitely purchase my barrels. Just leave hers alone for a little bit so I can get up on the ante, and then we'll call it good. But in the end, she supports me as well. I know she agrees I do have the better barrel, right, Jen? That's right, Will. Thanks, Jen. Now go purchase your barrels today, folks.
We are here with Vice Presidential candidate Nick Yeast. And Mr. Yeast, thank you for taking time out of your busy Vice Presidential campaign season to sit down and talk with us. Where are your campaign headquarters located tonight, and what company is backing you?
Tonight I'll be campaigning from the Shot Spot in Bartonville, and they have Excel Entertainment in there.
And you are leading the pack in averages right now in Division 2, with the only player being over a 5. How do you feel about your form at the moment?
Well, it feels good to be playing my best week in and week out. It's been a long road, and don't always keep it up, but I've been able to pull it out on Wednesdays at least.
And on the other side of the bracket, you have John Huseman taking on Steve Hilger in the King seat. What are your thoughts and predictions on that match?
I know both players are very good. I haven't seen much of John Huseman, but I've played Porky in just about everywhere, and then everything. So, as much as it pains me, I guess I'll pick Porky in a tough 9-8 match.
And tonight you have a tough match yourself against Christian Broussard. What is going to be your game plan to come out on top, and what are your thoughts on the match?
I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing, coming out, getting nice and loosened up, and play. It's going to be different playing in a different bar tonight, but it'll be fun. There'll be a lot of people there to support me and cheer me on. So I believe they have 8 different league matches going on tonight at the bar that I'm going to. So they went out of their way, and somebody rescheduled so that I could use the stream board there tonight. So I'm really appreciative of them for that.
That is awesome to hear. And is there anybody you want to thank as well for their support on your campaign trail this season?
First, I'd like to thank my wife and kids for their support, letting me get out and, miss out on some family activities on the weekends every now and then, keep informed. And I'd like to thank my sponsor, Booyah Darts. And I'd like to thank my other sponsor, Prairie State Gaming, for, keeping me employed, and that's always good. Thank you to the Shot Spot as well for letting me shoot there tonight. I appreciate it. And Shady Hill Sports Bar Saloon in Galesburg, which is where I play my normal matches out of.
Great to hear. And we're excited for tonight's matchup, and should be a full-on brawl in Division 2. And Nick, we wish you nothing but the best of luck with your match.
I'm Nick Yeast, and I approve this message.
Thank God I don't have to go to the bathroom or anything.
Hi guys, don't worry, Sean didn't have to go to the bathroom, and here we go. I believe we're back and better than ever. I think we got both sides fixed up properly-ish, and then it immediately lags on Christian's side, but we got the other side now working pretty good.
I swear, I told you not to do that, and if that messes up this, I swear to God,
we're having a great time over here, guys. Everything's going perfectly fine. We've been having a great time, calling some great games with some great people. Right, Sean?
None of that was true. Literally 0 of the things that you just said was true.
Some of it had to.
I can't think of it. No, because we haven't been calling great games, so we have no idea.
It looked pretty good from what we did see.
We haven't been calling games. I have. And we have not been hanging out with good people. I've been hanging out with you, who has made the internet terrible. Yeah, it was not your fault at all.
Nick Teixeira, notorious internet destroyer. guys. But I do think we'll be able to have a little bit more of a stable experience from here. Currently looking at the match, Christian Broussard 4, Nick Yeast 3. And let me tell you, their averages are pretty good. Guys, do you think we had time to track the averages during all this chaos? You're crazy.
Well, Nick Yeast starts off with a 7 mark. And here we go to Christian's side. Okay, not bad.
Oh, what taking
guys?
That?
I need to listen.
We're so taking that. We're so back, guys.
There it goes. It's back.
We're so back. We're so back.
It's bad again on his. The fact that he got it from where it was, and I'm talking about Nick here, and I never will give him compliments live, so just expect this for the first time ever. This is a miracle job that he just pulled off. I fully expected us to have to quit doing the stream. It's still terrible on Christian's side, but let's keep trying it anyway. And he's pulled this off. So congratulations, Nick. You're the only person that could have pulled that off, and you did.
I appreciate that. Again, it's been a fun learning experience just trying to get everything going and get everything sorted out in the way it's supposed to. I mean, it's years of us doing this now, right? I mean, season 7. And to watch Christian play in the stream finally, personally, I'll be honest, one of the players I was most excited to see on our live feed here.
Well, boom goes the dynamite there for the Washingtonian. Troy asking a question way earlier. Sorry, Troy. Where's Wisconsin on the map? Is that where this is? Near Florida or New York? Actually, Wisconsin's not where these players are playing. Nick Yeast is playing in Illinois. Illinois is right next to Indiana, which doesn't help you at all because that's even less of a state that you know. Chicago. Chicago is going to be Illinois. And Washington State is on the complete West Coast. So it's north of California. The very top, just above Oregon. So neither of them are anywhere close to Florida or New York.
And that's your
Nick
geography
Yeast gets that one
class.
accomplished.
Yeah, good stuff there. Nick was pretty dominant in his form, pretty much that whole leg. Not really showing too many cracks there. We're curious to see how Christian will start to mount after the break, because we see these players time and time again. The break can be your biggest blessing or your biggest curse when it comes to the CSC Challenger Series, because they don't play that in their other matches. This is something unique to the live stream typically.
You're absolutely correct. And Christian Broussard coming right out firing. Boom goes the dynamite. He's had a lot of those tonight. We don't have a 9-mark counter. The over was going to be hitting on the 15.5, just so you guys are aware. I can tell you that much for sure. They've got to be near double digits, if not already past that.
Well, I mean, at least our counter works. We just have no clue what number. It's kind of blocking the scoreboard now. Everything's broken, and we're just smiling and waving. It's like the Penguins of Madagascar in that sense.
No, they tried to escape, and yet I'm still sitting here.
Listen, I'm excited to be sitting next to you, man. I mean, we're literally a week out from TOC. I'm so excited. It's my favorite event. As a player, it was my favorite. And as a commentator / content creator, I absolutely thoroughly enjoy seeing all you guys out there, and excited to make more memories with some great people.
Yeah, we're going to have a great time. It's always really cool to have the full staff on site. We're all great friends first and foremost, but secondly, it creates such a positive environment for us to do the absolute best that we can. TOC is, I got asked this question yesterday, what my favorite tournament to go to has been, and TOC was my answer rather quickly. And it's just because the players are all fantastic. The staff, it treats us better than we ever will deserve. And we're able to have the freedom to creatively pull off some fun stuff. Boom goes the dynamite again for Christian Broussard.
Yeah, and I mean, for me as well, just the memories I've had as a player in that experience in 2018, 2019. I mean, it's where I got to meet Jen Mounts for the first time. Pretty exciting stuff. As Oh, just shy of getting the back-to-back. These guys are battling out. It's the opportunity where I've gotten to meet a lot of different players, including where I met Christian Broussard for the first time. As him and I have a lot of history, and the reason I was excited to see him on the stream is that back during what became our season 1 of the CSC, him and I were 1 and 2 off the list of trying to qualify for those remaining spots, and he actually made the list. I fell just shy of it. I remember we were talking because we were both 22 at the time, saying, "Man, we're the youngest guys in the mix here." Of course, Tyler Hensey kind of ruined that for everybody. But to see, everything go so well, his average to come to the point where it has been, I'm certainly proud of him.
Yeah, he has gotten way better than you.
That's fair. I even made a comment about that. I was like, man, I kind of stopped playing. You kept playing. You made the CSC, and then now I have to work on it. And he's like, honestly, you want to swap jobs? And I was like, nope, not a chance, man. I can't do that.
Well, John, make sure that you definitely come back into the streaming area to see us and find us and say hi. And that goes for everyone who's going to be at TOC. If we've not met you, we want to. We love putting faces and voices and personalities with the names that pop up in the chat. Christian Broussard, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Big darts.
How about that?
And you can see they're hyping him up back there. It's now 5-4 Broussard. Listen, I called this 9-5 Nick Yeast. Christian has shown up tonight, Nick.
He absolutely has. And I mean, look at the support system he has there. I see Lon sitting back there and Mindy. That's mom and dad. Mm-hmm. They play out of all seasons all the time. I believe that's Harvey back there, someone that we've seen him play with before, and a few others supporting him. And off to the side, John Huseman's giant blow up head is sitting in the corner just out of camera shot to motivate him as well.
I love it. It's honestly, it's a really powerful thing to have the people around you. Jacob Adelfinger back there behind Nick Yeast.
Yeah,
another one. It's really cool to see.
Well, especially for, I know Christian, his home bar really is all seasons. For Nick, he did have to drive over. He does work for Prairie Vending, I believe. And so he was very gracious that he was able to jump over and be able to use the cameras and play at Excel Entertainment's bar. And, he's excited that people actually were able to come out because literally every league board was booked for tonight at ShotSpot, and the team offered to give him one of the boards.
Yeah, which huge shout out to that team for doing so. I know that it's always a tough problem, but it's always a problem that's a good problem to have when you're doing that. And shout out to everyone who's around Nick. They've been really respectful. Again, that nice lady who shoots from the far left side, you can see like in the middle of the two lines, and then she kicks out hard with that left foot too towards Nick's line. But even that, she's never walked up while he's shooting, and vice versa. They just kind of plan that out perfectly. They're doing everything they need to do.
And that's all you really can ask for in these situations like this, right? I mean, just fight along and cheer for your guy and hope they get out on top. Let's be honest, neither of these guys expected tonight to be a walk in the park. But I definitely think Christian's going to be more than happy with the position he's in so far at this point in the match.
Yep. Well, it's about to be 5-5 scoreline. Nick Yeast has stayed with him. This has literally been chalk. There has not been a break a throw in this match, which is honestly shocking to see at this point, because it's also not been something where it's been really close. Like number 1 was, but after that, it's been very just straightforward. Winner has just shot better with the throw than against it. When does that change, and who's going to do it? That's going to be the question here, and I think that's going to make the huge difference. I want to mention earlier, Rick Hensey, I know you're in the chat. I just wanted to ask, I know that you probably listened back to what I said at the beginning of the match where I said your 499 was garbage. Did you appreciate me saying that about your average there, honestly? Or, just want to know. It was a bold move for me to make. So I'm making sure that it didn't come off.
Guys, reminder, Sean has never counted to 4.99.
No. I've never had that average before in my life So I know it's not a bad average. It is for Rick. He goes, it's not wrong. Okay, fair.
I do appreciate everyone in the chat saying go Nick. I know you guys are really proud of me for what I was able to do on the production. Oh, you mean Nick Yeast? Yeah, of course.
Yep. Obviously.
Of course. You know what Christian's done especially, both these guys honestly have done exceptionally well, is they've just been throwing their better games going first. And a little bit like for that last, like Christian throwing a 3.8 there, was against the darts. But whenever he has the darts, he's staying in this high 4.5 minimum range. And really he's playing above that. I would argue to say if things weren't broken and we were tracking more stats today, he would have more games in the 5 than in the 4s today.
I mean, as far as I know, they're at 28.9 marks, and Christian's averaging a 5.5. Nick's averaging a 5.4. Having themselves a hoot and a holler of a time. Big 7 mark from Christian there. Just when you mention it, he performs.
Well, and that's one of the differences too, right? It's his actual home bar with his family, friends, the bar owner there as well, Melvin Cherry. They are not afraid. It doesn't matter who is playing in the live stream. If it was Kelly Sipe when she was playing with Jeff Springer, if we see Christian, if we've seen Willie Walker in the past, John Huesman, that bar gets hype, and you have to accept that if you're going to be playing there, that bar is going to be cheering for you with all they got.
Yeah, it's got to be a great feeling.
And of course, I mean, Shot Spot, right? I mean, one of the longest standing locations that we've had in our streaming network. I believe in the past we streamed the likes of Gary and Cole and others out of this bar on top of whatever we've been able to catch over the years on All-Star trips and nationals.
Christian again, just masterful on the high ground. Does it become a moment where you're just like, I'm just going to get rid of the high ground?
If I'm Nick, I'm thinking myself,
I don't know if that's happened, but
he's thinking to himself, man, I really want to hit that 6 in the first 2, right? I want that opportunity to shoot it, and I wouldn't be opposed to go in and take an aggressive look, but it's so hard to justify that knowing that Christian in the form he is in right now, more likely to bounce back with a 5 mark, closing a number and getting the 2 singles in the 17, just like he does here.
Great darts, but now the door is open a little bit more. Nick can hit a 9 mark here and be within 1 point. He's not going to do that. And if I'm Christian, I point first and then go at the close.
Yeah, the way he's hammering those 20s right now, you'd expect, although that one drops quite low. And yeah, I might recommend the stay. And he does find 6 there. That's a great correction dart there because you don't want to leave a chance for the corner pockets to shoot upstairs. Nick composing himself. He's not going to give up on this leg. And I do like grabbing that other number here, although the Bulls is very interesting. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know if I hate it. I'm going to be honest with you. And the reason being is because, if Christian tripped the 16s, tripped the 15s, and hit the double bull, it'd still give Nick a chance at a point lead, I guess. But, I mean, so far, he's got to do so much craziness like this. Oh, he almost got the 20s. Might as well do something different.
Yeah, basically his strategy right now for playing from behind here is throw out all at the wall and see what sticks, right? That's what you're doing in this scenario. And that's kind of the opportunity just afforded himself right here. I mean, finding 2 big trips here and trying to get that close down with the advantage on the Bulls. I mean, he could absolutely steal this leg from this position, and this would be a big moment to do so.
Yep. Okay. I mean,
Question's been asked.
And it's a pretty substantial question. He's going to give Nick an opportunity here. That's a great dart, though. But all right,
You expect Nick to find the 3 bulls here.
There's one. Is that in? He got it.
Wow.
There's the break of throw. 5.45. And listen, that was a masterful 5.45. He did that with Christian pointing on the 20s and playing this leg perfectly that way, while he had the 17s, and he came back, was able to pull it off at the end. That's impressive. And I think that shooting at the bulls there was a massive winning idea.
He didn't give up on the leg, right? That's what happened. He didn't give up. He he took his opportunity to try to throw Christian off, and he took too long to close the corner pockets, right? The 16s and 15s just took simply too many darts compared to how well he was hitting upstairs. And what you don't want is right now what we just saw here. You don't want that to shake you. Yep. And that was not a good start.
No, it's a massive miss. If Nick is able to capitalize here, this could be a huge turning point in this match. And he hits the big triple.
Didn't hurt as bad as it could have, though. I mean, right now you expect Christian. He's just going to try to reset, say, okay, I'm going second this game. They spotted me a mark on the 20s. But yeah, he's dropping his darts a little bit here. And look at the frustration.
Yeah, he got it figured out there. Yeah, I don't know if he can be too upset about himself or with himself there. That was more masterful job there from Nick. Nick, another great close. If he's able to break here again, I don't see this one going a different direction. Starting to throw so hot that it's getting out of sync again. Jonathan Long is getting ready to play Gabe Steffen. So, giving you that update. Look at this. Ooh, Nick Yeast is starting to feel it. Those darts are starting to fly in pretty easily.
Yeah, Nick Yeast has a lot of momentum going in his direction right now. I do like that close from Christian here. He just needs to regain focus. He's absolutely still in the fray here. But if I'm Nick, I am just saying, keep feeding me. I want to get up to line and throw my next round because he is throwing some fire darts at the moment here and showing why he's one of the scariest people to be in Division 2, especially on the one-loss side of the bracket.
Guys, reminder, hit that like button, hit that share button. Let everybody know in the chat where you tuned in from. Who do you have in this matchup? You can enter it in for your chance to win a $15 gift certificate to AtoZDarts.com. Again, you just got to leave a comment in our chat, hit that like button on our Facebook page to get entered in for your chance to win.
4 mark does not feel like enough for Broussard there. Nick's going to go ahead and get the close now. Everything's feeling so big. These triples are huge for him as he finds an 8 mark.
8-ball corner pocket there from Nick Yeast. And Christian Broussard starting to feel this heat.
Again, it's just about getting that settler here. That first break feels so brutal because mathematically, like, oh man, that I was riding the wave, I was riding the advantage. But in the same vein, you have to imagine Nick Yeast is going to cool off at some point. Although this leg in the one prior has been absolutely stellar from him.
Yeah, I don't think he cools off from here, bud. Average-wise, he's been shooting so well that I see this being the gear that he's going to stay with. Christian was able to stay with this gear earlier. This is not a new gear from Nick. This is just the same pressure that he's been putting on Christian the whole time. Christian's just been able to handle it up until this point. But this is the first real chance at a gap.
And let's also level a little bit here in the sense that it is 6'5", about to be 6'7", so it's not out of reach by any means here for Christian. But the part of the reason we're saying this is just like right now how Nick is getting these wins is just utterly impressive. But those legs are over. If you're Christian, you're walking up to the line, you're saying, okay, one dart at a time. Let's just get at least a 5 mark here. Let's just settle ourselves into this leg. Let's get into a battle. Because really, when he's battling back and forth between numbers, he seems more comfortable than when Nick's going for these crazy shots and some of these aggressive closes. How about a 7?
You know what the greatest compliment you can give a cow is?
What?
That's utterly impressive.
All right, guys. I was saying I miss Will because of all the production errors earlier. Now I'm saying it because of that joke. Love you, Sean.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. How about this? Corn Island, Nicaragua for Terry. That's pretty awesome.
Love seeing all the different places people tune in from nowadays. We're getting more and more people tuning in from around the world, which is even crazier because of all the times that we see Troy in here tuning in. Today we've seen him tune in when we had the bullshooter event going on and everything else as well. It's really cool to see Soft Tip kind of gets a little bit of love on the other hemisphere and the other side of the world.
Keegan, and they're saying glad Nick is getting this out of his system before we play our singles league match next week. Keegan, I don't know how to tell you this, but he's been averaging about this for this whole entire CSC season, so you can expect it next week too.
I will say this is the leg where he's definitely cooled off a lot, and Christian's been doing a good job of maintaining a pretty steady form here. So this will feel like a little bit of a reprieve. He just needs to take that moment, take that deep breath. And if you're Nick, you're not going to be worried because you've just been the rock star the whole night, right? You're not thinking of any concerns. You're like, okay, I guess I'm bound to miss. He's not missing by much.
No, but Christian back to raising his game up to where he needs to have it. That's much better. 5.20 on this leg. And again, that's what I've been saying. He's been doing that on his throw. That last leg was a nominally. The leg before that was a stolen leg from Nick Yeast.
Is it fair to assume Nick Yeast, if he gets the match point, he's not going to have too much of that match point anxiety pressure that we sometimes see from players, but Christian might, and that's why it's not only important for him to win this leg, but the next one, so he's not going against an opponent that can win in one. Is that fair?
I think no one wants to have their opponent one leg away from winning the match. I think no matter what, that puts pressure on you versus your opponent. I understand what you're asking there because but Christian's been here before, right? This isn't his first time in the CSE. You mentioned it in the interview even. So he's going to be used to knowing what the finish line is. And again, 4 matches in a row against some tough opponents, where he's had to grind his way to a couple of victories. He's going to be fine with this. That being said, if Nick stays in this high gear, especially with his own throw, it's going to be tough for Christian.
Oh, and
he's in a bad spot right here.
We've seen it earlier in the match. The players going against the darts typically have been struggling a little bit more. I expect Nick Yeast to throw a 5+ this leg. That's a gift right there.
Yep. Sorry, Nick, for that. Nick will apologize to you, Nick, after this match is over for that commentator's curse.
Oh my, look at this. Broussard finds a 9.
Boom goes the dynamite. He roars in that 9.
And again, on paper, you would have to go into this underestimating Christian just a little bit here. And right now, he is playing up, and Nick is doing nothing really wrong. I mean, 1 or 2 legs this entire match, he's only fallen below a 4.5. Really, I mean, he's been playing great. This is a good rapport between these guys on the board right now.
They both shown up to this party. And if we would have seen the first 5 or 6 legs, it would have been the same storyline where they've played very well. I've been very impressed, especially because I hyped this thing up, right? Could be the greatest Division II match in CSC history with how good these players are. And I got to be honest, average-wise, they're probably pretty close to right there.
Yeah, honestly, pretty spot on. Again, it's a couple of these 1 or 2 legs where these guys have dipped down below that 4 margin just against the darts. That will probably just lower the average a little bit lower than what you would typically expect. But yeah, you're right. Otherwise, these guys are putting on very similar levels of performance right now, and it's phenomenal. This is Division 2, Sean. This is the type of stuff that like you would expect to see in Division 1 with the way these guys are playing right now. And in fact, I've seen some Division 1 matches over the years that don't compare to the performance these guys are doing.
1,000% correct there. This has become Division 1B, right? And we joked about it last season, and now the averages keep going up. Now you have to be almost a 4-5 to get in Division 2. Are you kidding me? Like that was mid-pack Division 1 season 1, and now that's the bottom of the barrel of Division 2. So from top to bottom in Division 2, it's always going to be that high intensity match now. And honestly, it makes Wednesdays so much fun. How close these guys are, the lack of prediction that we can make. Christian Broussard right now against the throw is doing this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and look at this, catching the wires all around and only finding a trip 17. This is going to be that break a throw potentially here. And we saw this progression with Division 2, right? I mean, you look, it was subtle. It was slow over time where we saw these players start where the average matches, a lot of them were with 4s versus 4-3s, and something in that to that notes. But nowadays, I mean, we're seeing 4-5 versus 4-5, 5-0 versus 5-0, and it's happened subtly, and it's kind of like Division 2 isn't what it used to be, and it's gotten only bigger and better.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to slow down at all. I mean, is that the opening round, though, from Christian Broussard? Again, 5-5-7 right now. 7 rounds into this against a throw, and you might be down after your opponent throws this. You're going to be down after your opponent throws this leg or this round. I mean, it's just insane.
It missed the dagger dart there, though. You saw he went for the 19 on dart number 2. And it's a little bit of a difference in play styles where you have the up close going for attack style of Nick Yeast versus Christian Broussard, where he has that more traditional 2 at the point, 1 at the close. I'm going to stay till I find 4 or 6. And sometimes that's come back to bite him in these situations where you get these big swings of momentum.
Oh, is that a big dart? It is a big dart. He's down 19 points, but Christian, it almost benefits him to go 15s. All right, now you can go at the 16s.
Has to stay for the close.
Big dart, double, goes inside. So moment here for Yeast. Needs 5 marks.
Oh, wow, he drops it.
On dart 1. Founds it. Oh, and then he throws the last one a little bit too quick. You can see the bars clearing up from league play. It's opening up around him. Troy asking about betting and gambling with those companies. I can tell you from the Championship Darts Corporation now being able to wager on matches here, that process is an arduous one and it takes years of a lot of input and signing with the right legal companies and everything. It's honestly insane how much goes into it that you wouldn't even think about. So hopefully one day.
Oh no,
but it's a lot of stuff, and that's a big opening from Christian Broussard.
And it was him not having the confidence to attack the bull. He needed to throw that first dart there, try to collect. Nick Yeast lives for these moments.
Oh, huge.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Christian didn't start at least 1 dart at the bull there, and thankfully the I think you have to stay on the bull here. You have to add a dart. Yep, and that's a double.
Oh, that's a double. That's a big one.
Yeah, and the reason you have to stay there is Christian already wants to feel comfortable by having a significant point lead. If that's the case, make him have to shoot more 15s.
There's the 15-point lead. There's even more of those. He got 3 bowls there. But Nick has winning darts. Double bowl.
Tough dart
Steps
here.
Over for it. Does not get it. Does get the point lead, but now it's just a very slim one. But again, if you're Christian, you just stay on points the whole time.
Yeah. When do you take this shot is the question you have to ask and answer to yourself here.
Rutrow. Oh, okay. Found it in there. Well, it might not matter. This is a huge moment. It's a huge moment.
This is the most impactful leg of the whole match, potentially.
There's the lead. And he hits the double. Nick Yeast beats through that one. Wow. What a finish. 4.71, 8-6 lead.
He did say in the player chat before this leg started that he quickly needed to run. Quickly needed to run to the restroom real quick. Again, a lot of these players aren't used to these breaks here, but you can see right now. Look at Christian felt like he had that leg and he lost it, and I think that's fair. Again, when he approached that first turn where it was bulls versus 15s, he started at the point to get that extra cushion. I think he needs to press. If he finds that bull or even a double bull, that first start, you're doing gold in there, and that's probably what he's thinking about right now.
Look at that. Troy saying, big fan of Leonard Gates, nicest man I've met from the States, which he was absolute class at Worlds. I am happy to hear you say that. That's big for us over here. And I will tell you this, that if he was the nicest guy you met from the States so far, great news. All of them going over this year, Stowe Bunts, the gentleman Jim Long, and then Leonard, of course, back, are fantastic human beings as well. And in fact, there's very few far in between of not having fantastic human beings.
I just love, by the way, like Nick sprinted back from the bathroom here and was like waving apologies and then didn't realize he was out of credits on the board and then had to wave again. Oh, man. Christian here, he's fired up. You saw he decided to throw 3 darts at the board, and he went double bull, single 15, single bull. And I think he's thinking to himself, man, why didn't I just go for the bull in that first dart? And right there, only a 3 mark there. That's going to be tricky, and see if it hurts.
That might, because that was a big close on the 20s. Get rid of those. Christian elects to go 17s, and he's missing the treble again. There he goes. Finds on the dart 3, but that's not enough right now.
Yeah, well, Nick is on the match point. He also apparently probably just had a big bladder relief as well, and the spaces opened up around him. So a lot of stars aligning for him at the moment. But with just a 3 mark on the turn, this is a moment where Christian needs to be on the attack, start taking some risks here, knowing that there's nothing else to lose. It's now or never.
Well, big darts there from Christian. Takes advantage of the Nick trip.
Thank you. Named after me.
Yes, because you always stumble. 17s just misses that one. $180 floor for real this time, guys.
For real.
So great.
Oh, so good find on that last start. That's a big moment to be able to collect on that. And yeah, that is probably, that was you and I doing our best.
And could never have thought of any of those things to say.
Someone asked me the other day, I was like, well, how do you think about what you're going to say for commentary? I'm like, honestly, I'm sober when I do it, but I'm blacked out basically. I don't even know what I'm saying when I'm doing it. Look at that big find on the last start.
He's actually wasted, guys.
I drank all the internet, guys.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't an internet problem at all. He just forgot to turn on his. 7 mark there from Nick Yeast to get back in control. Broussard has the higher ground of the 17s.
Hey, you can see the second dart kissed off. I don't like the position of those darts at all. That's a potentially troubling moment here. Oh, it doesn't go. So opportunity going to be handed back over here. It looks like something got his focus, but I think he was waving saying, hey, I backed off from my dart, not because of you.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah, I think someone apologized, like, just by the reaction, and Nick had to reassure him it was definitely not whatever they were doing. And this is a big moment for Christian. Needs to win this. And this is a time to do this, that's for sure. Big darts from Christian Broussard.
The Saint saves it.
Lawn in there. I love it. Boom goes the dynamite.
Wow. Incredible there. And now Nick, even with perfection on his number, will not be able to fully regain the advantage he so desires.
Sugar, sugar.
Do 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 do. Can he hit another? Do 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 do. Not quite the coffin shop, but it'll work.
Here.
And now we're all sad.
To us.
Oh well, we're gonna get another leg.
Just got electric.
That is. I felt tingle, Sean. You can see just chucking him up at the 20s. He's saying he's done with throwing this leg here, kind of forfeiting that away. I think the first time we saw that in the CSC was when Kyle Liddicky did that. We're like, some players just kind of have that approach here as he knows this one's going. And now a little bit of pressure here, but Christian has to break through. Something he's gotten close to doing just has fallen short.
Troy actually know both lobbies pretty well. He's going to be referring to Danny. And I don't actually think that that's true. Asset 150. I think Danny, first year, you want him taking his licks and honestly get beat up a little bit. It's good that
wow,
that he can do that. But that's a great start from Nick Yeast. Boom goes the dynamite.
You know what else is great, Sean?
What?
It's great to not forget. A to Z Darts is featuring the Harrow's Toro Dart of the Month. Earn $15 off all Harrow Toro darts and get a free pack of flights. Plus, you'll get more added to the raffle to win a set of Harrow's Black Knight Steel Tip Darts 21 grams when you purchase the Dart of the Month. Giveaway ends October 1st. Good luck, everyone. The new Target launch is here with a ton of new products, including the more K-Flex colors. Shot has also debuted 3 new barrel ranges. Purchase a new Shot Launch Dart and get a free flight deck while supplies last. For more Dart launches, check out the Colonial launch and Winmore US Player launch.
Debuted.
Okay. I'm doing Will's ad reads, therefore, of course.
Fair. All right, that made sense. You got to throw in one pronounced word.
6.6760, and Christian needs to break the throw here. This is a tough spot to find yourself in right now. Oh, how did he get that second dart in there? Or the third? Oh my goodness.
Christian Broussard, 6.33. The one thing that numbers will never tell you about a player is their tenacity, their unwavering ability to throw what they need to throw when they need to throw it. Right now, Christian is showing a masterclass in that.
To the 20s. He gets
Big
that!
9!
What is? Well, you're not wrong about tenacity there. Look at that. That is a massive. He had to hit perfection there to get himself back in this leg. Nick Yeast now is going to try to put the pressure right back on and doesn't get the close. This is incredible from Christian.
Christian needs to break the throw here to send us to a last leg decider.
And Nick's doing nothing wrong. He's going first with a 5.8 in Division 2.
Yep. Should win that every time. But not when his opponent, there's a 6-2 against the throw. Still fine. That's not a huge slip there. It only hurts if it hurts, and it doesn't hurt there.
And here we see the question get asked. Can the 6 mark get hit? 15s for 16s is the shot. Christian last time only hit the 5 mark. Drops it. That might be detrimental.
That might be it. Yep. That might be the moment. Oh, it's going to be the moment.
It's 18
Doesn't even switch
game.
off. Yep.
And here's the problem with the way Nick Yeast has been hitting the bulls. You can't take a shot off it. You have to just drill this bull here. And yeah, you see he goes ahead and pops off to get the close here, leaving himself 4 bulls if he gets the opportunity. But you have to imagine Nick's going to get this wrapped up here.
There's one. Oh, that's outside.
Oh my goodness.
Opportunity is knocking. Christian Broussard to send us to a last lane decider, needs 4 bulls.
A must hit shot, a big moment here.
And you can watch that. This place is going to erupt if this goes in.
Oh, it's harder now.
Double.
Not going to
get it.
I'm just falling.
It's always annoying when the first start. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nick Yeast, hats off to you, sir. Hats off. And you can see, giving love and respect immediately. And yeah, that was an incredible performance. I'm glad we got the cameras working to see the second half there.
Me too. And again, that's a huge testament to you, because I did not think that was going to be possible at all. So well done, buddy. I'm so proud of you.
Listen, I'm proud of us, Sean, because you had to hold on the fort during all the chaos, field all the comments. Let me tell you guys, if you can tell, my hair is not as clean as it was. It's starting to get frazzled because I was getting frazzled.
No longer Schindler.
There's 2 takeaways here, right? If you're Nick Yeast, you're saying, yeah, I'm still the best in this division, and week 1 was a fluke. And if you're Christian Broussard, you're saying, I proved any of the haters, any of the doubters wrong, because he absolutely had opportunities in that leg and then the previous leg where he lost on bulls versus 15s to bait up going into the last leg decider. I mean, thoroughly impressed with both of their performances tonight.
Yeah, I hate to do this because Wisconsinite John Pilgrim's waiting on Nick Yeast now, but I don't know how Nick gets beat. I really think that he makes the finals. I said that before the match started. My bold prediction is whoever wins this match makes the finals of the CSC Division 2. Not only do I think he makes the finals, I think whoever he goes up against, he's going to push him pretty hard. Nick Yeast is going to, if he continues this style of play for the next few weeks, we could see Nick Yeast being Division 2 champ. He's throwing that well.
We've never seen a successful double dip in Division 1 and the finals of it. And what we've seen people get close. We've seen matches taken, but never actually seen it happen. Right?
Danny Baggish technically did it last season.
Technically, but he only played 1 match there. Is a award by technicality, but we've never actually seen someone win 2 matches in the finals. What we have seen, we've seen Chris Watson do that against Theo Cortez. We've seen Rich Sturbins, that we just had on the stream Monday, do it against James Edwards there in the Battle of the Kings. And that's something we're in this division, and we have full faith in John Huseman or Steve Hilger to do great runs. But
Corey
this
Beck.
season, Corey Beck. Well, he was a double dip.
Yeah,
that's right.
Mike Scarborough,
right? That's right. That's right. Yeah. So it is something that we've seen here before, and that's why we're calling for that. And all these players are just so capable. The averages are so close. At least from the starting average at the beginning of the season. I'm excited to see what unfolds here, man.
Huge shout out to you. Huge shout out to the players that played tonight. Thank you so much to everyone who watched along for the entire match, stayed with us. We apologize for the technical difficulties that we could really not do anything about. Nick, honestly, again, the masterful display to get that figured out, because I thought that we were dead in the water there for a while. And I think all of the chat thought the same way.
They were right
I was
to think
just
that.
cruising along there with whatever I was going to say. But shout out to you for that. And guys, this is why you're the best supporters that we have to stay with us during that. It's awesome.
We got the best chat in the business, and we expect to see all of you guys on Monday here for a great showing. That's the match of the season. Danny Baggish, Mike Maloney, the true battle of the maximum precision juggernauts.
Yeah, King Seat match. The one that everyone was hoping for and praying for, and except for all the other players in Division 1. And that's what we're going to get. So I'm expecting, let's break 2K viewers. We need to do that on Monday. I think the players deserve it. I think they've earned that right. So hit that notification button, guys. We go live Monday, 9 p.m. I cannot wait.
Yeah,
and
that will Oh, yep.
Have fun in Wisconsin this weekend, buddy.
If my flight doesn't get canceled, which is looking likely, that I will be able to be on the plane over in Sturtevant, Wisconsin for the Filthy Assassin Throwdown and be able to watch that on USA Darts Facebook and YouTube there. But that should do it here for us. I'm Nick Teixeira.
I'm Sean Green.
Will Stewart's over there making fun of us. Have a good night, everyone.
I'm Will Stewart.